G'day guys and welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel, and in today's video we'll be doing my round 21 tips and predictions for the AFL season. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as it's going to be a really good video. 3 more rounds in the AFL season, I'm really excited. Let's just get straight into the video. Now let's review the round of tipping we had. I got a 7 out of 9. Very proud of that. Of course, my tipping has gotten better and better as I went on this year, and I'm really happy about that. So let's just get straight into the reviewing these tips. Carlton versus Port. Tipped Carlton. Thought Carlton would be the better side against Port, but it was not to be at Marvel. I think Port really did well, and yeah, credit to Port. They really did something. Geelong versus North. I wouldn't say it was a big win for Geelong. They probably should be a bit disappointed. North played really well for 3 quarters, and then the last quarter they just fell off a bit. But Sheasel, absolute performer. Davies Uniacke, they absolutely dominated. It was just a wonderful game to watch. Brisbane versus Gold Coast at People's First Stadium. I mean, this game could have went either way. I think people sometimes have been deciding to tip Gold Coast because they're a really good side at home. But this time the Lions got the better of them in the Q clash. It was a really good game. I think even people were going to tip, Gold Coast because Harris Andrews was out for the week. So I see why Gold Coast could have won this, but it was not to be. Now this game, I tipped the upset here. Absolutely proud of myself here. St Kilda versus Essendon. Tip the Sainers. Prove the Downers wrong. Sainers. What a game this was, wasn't it? Saints just smashed the Bombers. Well done to the Sainers. It was such a great game. The Saints definitely got the better of them. And yeah, I think the Bombers' finals hopes are really just slipping away now. Now Melbourne versus Giants at the MCG. It was the closest game of the round, wasn't it? The Giants and Melbourne game. I mean, the Giants, they did alright in it wasn't a packed MCG, and they just got the job done, and probably Melbourne's finals hopes just going away now. And Freo versus West Coast in the derby. Freo get it done at Optus. Well done to Freo. They're just a better team than the Eagles. Really just shows it on paper. Now Collingwood versus Richmond. Richmond, they put up a fight in that last quarter, man. They really did well in the last quarter, but I think Collingwood's a better side, of course. In terms of form, they're pretty bad, but they still got the job done. Sydney versus Bulldogs, pretty shocking loss from the Sydney ones. Didn't watch the game because I was watching the Hawks game, but Sydney, pretty shocked that Bulldogs knocked off top in the ladder at their CG as well. Now the Hawks versus Adelaide. We got the better of Adelaide, didn't we? New haircuts for Guinea and Newcombe. Oh, what a sight it was to watch in Sicily's 150th. I mean, we absolutely smashed the Crows, and we are just gonna probably make the top 8 here, not being biased. And yeah, that's the review of the round. Now the Doggies taking on the Demons at Marvel Stadium on the Friday, 2nd of August, 7:15 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. The Doggies coming off a big win against the Sydney Swans, knocking off the top of the ladder at their home ground at the SCG, which is such a big confidence boost coming into this game at Marvel. And the Demons coming off a 2-point loss against the Giants, which is pretty disappointing for them. But this game is really just to keep your finals hope alive for both teams, really. So both teams will be giving their best fight out there tonight, and yeah, just give their best fight, and I think the Dogs will win by 15 points. Now this next game is also on the Friday, which I'm pretty disappointed about 2 games on the Friday night because you have to pick and choose between the two, but I think by half time this game will be on, so let's just get straight into it. West Coast versus Gold Coast at Optus, Friday night, 8:30 p.m. at Optus, of course. Gold Coast coming off a loss, as well as the West Coast Eagles. So both teams coming off losses. Can they get the job done at Optus? That's the question. It will be a good contest, I think, but the Gold Coast Suns are a better team. So I do think the Gold Coast Suns will get the job done by 23. Now North Melbourne versus Richmond at Marvel Stadium on the Saturday, 3rd of August, 1:45 p.m. I love these other games. I mean, this is bottom of the ladder clash, really, 18th versus 17th. And both of these teams have an equal shot at claiming the prize and getting out of the bottom. Richmond can get out of the bottom this week, and North could go bottom, or it could just stay the same. So this is really just a big game to watch. And they're both terrible sides, of course, but I think I'm going to back in Richmond to get the job done by 34 points. Now the Cats taking on the Adelaide Crows on the Saturday, 4:35 p.m. twilight game, GMHBA Stadium. It's got to be a good game, can it? It doesn't get better than this, but Adelaide, they're not going to play finals this year, which is very disappointing for them. But Cats looking like they'll play finals this year. You never know, but just to confirm their finals, they really just need to win this game, really. And they are a good side at home. They just are one of the deadliest teams in the competition, and that's why I got to back the Cats in by 56 points. Now the Blues taking on the Collingwood Magpies on the Saturday, 3rd of August, 7:30 p.m. This is the second time these two teams are playing each other this year. Of course, the last time they played, remember that Nick Dacos winner, what a goal that was from Nick Dacos to win the game against the Carlton Blues, which was really good. And they have won against Richmond Tigers, which may give them some hope. And Carlton have been looking very sloppy of late in their playing of footy. They haven't been the best team in the competition, as the ladder position says they are. But I think Carlton's got to bounce back, do they? And they're going to get the job done in another close one by 1 point. Now Sydney versus Port at the Adelaide Oval on the Saturday, 3rd of August, 7:30 p.m. at Adelaide Oval. Well, the Port Adelaide Power coming off a good win against the Carlton Blues, which the Port Adelaide Power should be really happy about, because that was one of the best wins in the competition. I mean, not really, but yeah, it was a big win for Port. And the Swannies coming off a very disappointing loss against the Doggies. Should be really disappointed, should they, the Swans. And that's why I'm going to back in the Port Adelaide Power to get it done by 19. Now the Giants and the Hawks at Monaco Oval on Sunday, 4th of August. The Hawks is coming off a bloody beautiful win up the Hawks against the Crows. How happy, how proud am I to be a Hawthorn supporter. Of course, one of the most proudest supporters in the whole thing. And they are just one of the best teams in the competition. And enough glazing the Hawks. The Giants, they can do it at Monaco. But I think to keep the Hawks' hopes alive, can they get it done in a close one? And I do think that's going to happen, and they're going to get the job done by 5. Now the Dockers taking on the Bombers at the MCG on the Sunday, 4th of August, 3:20 p.m. at the MCG. Sorry about the graphic, it's not the best. But anyway, back to it. Essendon vs Freo. This is going to be a good game at the MCG. But the Bombers, just a disappointing loss against St Kilda Saints. I think Bomber fans will be really gutted about it, disappointed about it. But the Freo Dockers, they can win this game, and I believe in that, because Bombers have just lost against Saints. And I think the Freo Dockers will get it done by 9. Now St Kilda versus the Brisbane Lions at Marvel Stadium on the Sunday, 4th of August, 4:40 p.m. to end off the round. St Kilda versus Brisbane. It's got to have a better contest, eh? It's a decent contest, I'll say. I mean, to end off the round, but you never know, really, with these type of games. It's just can be a hit or miss, really, this game for both teams. And I think Saints will get the job done by a good 23 points to end off the round. Now, like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this content, as there's going to be lots of finals predictions kind of videos. So subscribe if you want to see more of that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'll see you guys in the next one.